Okay, children, I think we must start now. Okay. Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I think we must start now. Only 3 of you have joined. Okay. I was waiting that all should join and we must start. But it's high time now. Shouldn't wait now. Okay, so let's begin. I'm sharing the screen now. We were doing which exercise we were doing? 2.4. Okay, let me share the screen. Okay, we were doing these sums, right? Factorize sums. Okay. So recall yourself what did we do in that previous class? Hello?
Ma'am, I was absent in the last class.
So please refer to the videos, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
You have all these pages here. Please refer to the videos. Okay, so we'll continue and please don't miss the class also because that breaks your continuity and you miss something. Okay, Rohit,
Yes, ma'am.
please don't do that.
Ma'am, last week actually I had an internet issue, so I couldn't join on Saturday.
Okay, okay. So among the factorization we just had with the middle term splitting. Okay. So this is middle term splitting is nothing new. You all have done in your class 8 also. So now coming to factorize part. Next
Yes, ma'am.
question, I'm taking factorize. Here you have now cubic equation. How to factorize a cubic equation? Now you have been doing about quadratic equation in your junior class also, where you had the highest degree term is 2. That is called quadratic equation. Now we will factorize the cubic equation. Okay. Now see. Now taking this one, x cube minus 2x square minus x plus 2. Okay. So this is a cubic equation. How can I say that this is a cubic equation? Because the highest degree is 3 here, right? Okay, children? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
So now, in this question, we don't have much to do here. Because just by looking at the equation, I can see that I could take out something common. Okay, so I've just grouped them like this. From these two terms, I can take out x square common and I have x inside and here I have 2 inside, right? So similar thing I'm observing just by looking that I have the same thing here also. It's only thing is I should remove the minus sign out. So if I have minus sign out, I can have x minus 2 inside here, right? Okay. So now I have x minus 2 in this term also. I have x minus 2 in this term also. So I take x minus 2 common out and inside I have x square minus 1 left. Okay. So x square minus 1. 1 can be written as 1 square also. So this term x square minus 1 square can be further split into x plus 1 and x minus 1. Are you understanding? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it can be further split. So this is how we get 3 factors for this. 1, 2, 3. That means x minus 2 is also a factor of this equation. X minus 1 is also a factor of this equation and x minus 1 is also a factor of this equation. Okay. As we already know that a cubic equation has 3 zeros. Is it? So 3 zeros कब होंगे?
Yes,
जब
ma'am.
3 factors होंगे.
Ma'am.
Okay. So let's take the other one. X cube minus 3x square minus 9x minus 5. Again, let's check. 3x square minus 3x square minus 9x minus 5. Okay, this is it. Now, how do we do this? In this question, can we see if I have to do this question, say
Ma'am,
like
can we
this?
take 3x and 9x as common as common?
We can take, we can take, we can
Ma'am, and then we
take
can
now.
take x cube and 5.
Just try with that. Try with that. If you get, try and find out. Okay, you can take them in any order. Try them if you are able to do it like this. And tell me.
Ma'am, I'm getting different values.
Yes. Yes, children. Are you able to do now?
Can you help us once? I'm getting
Yes.
confused.
Uh-huh. Are you able to do as you were saying you would take these two terms together?
Ma'am, I'm getting different terms. Like when we group x cube and 5.
हाँ हाँ ले लो कोई बात नहीं.
हाँ
X
मैम.
cube and 5 and then minus x square and 9x ऐसे कह रहे हो. So
Yes,
try.
ma'am.
हाँ तो करो, ट्राई करो, यही तो मैंने आपको बोला.
Okay,
ट्राई
ma'am.
करके बताओ what do you get.
Ma'am, I'll solve it once more.
हाँ okay, what about others? Others are trying or not? Yes, Jitendra, Harshit. Yes, children. Jitendra, Harshit, Sampath.
Ma'am, I got x into x minus x square minus 3 minus 5 into x minus 3.
So is there anything common? Are you getting any roots, any factors there?
No, ma'am.
No, na? ठीक है, x cube and 5 में you have nothing common to take out.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. Ma'am, and 3x and 9x, we have 3x common. X minus 9. X minus 3, yes, ma'am.
So you have nothing in common. Overall, if you take,
Ma'am, then we can take x cube and 3x as common.
how can I take this common? This is a complete term. 3x
Yes,
is
ma'am.
not alone term. Okay, this is a complete term. Okay. Now see children, there is another way of doing this. Look here. Everyone look here.
Yes,
As we
ma'am.
have done the factorization in class 8, we take the factors of this last term. We see the last term. What is the last term is here? 5, right? So we
Yes,
will
ma'am.
find the factors of 5. What are the factors of 5?
Ma'am, 2 and 3.
Factors of 5. 5 is a prime number.
Yes, ma'am. 1
So
only.
1 and 5. Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
And this can be in plus also. This can be in minus also. Okay.
Ma'am, can we take out the common term for 5?
Common point for 5.
Like, can we use the splitting of the middle term for 5?
No. How can you do that for the for number 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you take the factors of 5. 1 and 5 are the factors. It can be positive, it can be negative, right? So what we notice here, see, first I will try what I will, in place of x, I will just find the value for p of 1. I'm just trying. This is a hit and try. Okay, first I'll try for +1. Then if it does not work, if I don't get the value of this equation at p equals to x equals to 1, then I will try with another number. If I don't get the value of this equation at x equal to -1 equals to 0, if I don't get this equal to 0, then I will take another numbers. Okay. So I have to keep trying. Let's try. So this is try. I'm taking +1. Suppose I'm just assuming that since 1 is a factor of 5, I'm assuming that p of 1 should satisfy this equation. Okay. So I'll just keep 1 here. Okay, in wherever I have x, I will write 1 there and I will check if I get the value of this equation to be equal to 0 or not. ये equal 0 के होता है या नहीं होता है. This I have to check. Okay, so I am taking this 1 minus, this is 3 minus 9 minus 5. What do I get? 1 minus 3 is -2, -2 and -5 is -7 and -9. So this is not equal to 0. Okay, understood this much part? That means P of 1 is not a 0 of this equation. Okay, this positive 1, it is not a 0 of this equation. Understood this? Understood, children? Hello, say yes, no, something. Hello, class 9.
Ma'am, can you explain once more?
See, this is the same here. What about others? Why others are silent? Only Rohit is asking. Are all others there or just opened and went back to the seats? Yes, Pranav, Harshit, Sampath.
Yeah,
So why aren't you speaking when I'm saying you understand or not? Huh? Please say yes or no whether you have understood or not. Then only I will get to know whether I have to move on to the next step or not.
okay, ma'am.
Okay, now see, as we were doing in our previous questions, here how to find the value of 0. That means we were putting one value for x and we were checking whether the value of the equation becomes equal to 0 or not. If it became 0, that means it is a solution of the equation. Is it? This is what we were doing.
Yes, ma'am.
So same thing we are doing here. I took one of the factor of 5 here. I kept it in place of x. Okay, I took it as p of x की जगह मैंने p of 1 किया. Okay, I'm trying x with all the numbers, +1, -1, +5, -5. I'm trying with all these numbers, right? So I tried with p of 1 first. So wherever in this equation I had x, like this equation, wherever I had x, I kept the value of 1 here. So finally I found that this thing is not equal to 0. If this is not equal to 0, that means 1 is not a 0 of this polynomial equation. Yes.
Yes,
+1 is
ma'am.
not equal
Yes.
0 of the polynomial equation.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
then again I will give another try to find what is the solution of a polynomial equation. Okay, so I'm taking now -1. Let's try with -1. So wherever I have x in this equation, I will keep -1 there. -1 cube, -3 into -1 square, -9 into -1, -5. Now let me check whether this is equal to 0 or not. So what will I do? -1 cube
Ma'am,
will become
-1 cube will be -1.
Yes.
Ma'am, -3.
-1 square will be positive 1.
1.
And
Yes,
then
ma'am.
you
So
have
-3.
-3. And here minus and minus will become positive.
Plus, ma'am, +9 -5.
9 -5. So now here you have -1, -3, that is
Ma'am,
minus.
it's 0. It's 0.
So 9. So -4 -5 is -9. And that gives you 0. Okay, so that means p of -1 is a factor of 0 of this polynomial.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So now if I say x is equal to -1, I had taken value of x equal to -1, no?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that means x is equal to -1. So I can write it like this. If I take this -1 on this side, it will become plus. And
Yes,
here
ma'am.
this side will be 0. Okay, I can take it like this. I can take it like this. Yes or
Yes, ma'am.
no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I have come to this solution that x plus 1 is a factor of px. X plus, now I know that x plus 1 is a factor of the polynomial equation px. Right? This much part you have understood. If still anyone has a doubt in this much, can ask. Okay? Because further I am going to find out other two factors. We know that this is a cubic equation and cubic equation has three factors. Is it three factors, three zeros? But now we have just got one. We have to find another two. Okay. So now what do? I take this polynomial equation and I divide it. Factor, देखिए ना हमने कैसे होते हैं? Whenever we divide something, we should get the remainder 0. And that shows that this is a equation. A number is a factor of another number. Is it? When I divide some polynomial with another polynomial, I should get the remainder 0. This is what the factor theorem tells us. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So now I am dividing this polynomial with this equation. Okay? Now let's do. Now to make this x square, I will divide. I have x here and I have x cube here. Okay, so I need x square. I need to multiply this x with x squares. Then only I will get x cube. Right? So I'm getting x cube here. Now this x square has to be multiplied with this 1 also, because this is a complete equation, polynomial equation, x plus 1. So x square plus 1 will give me x square. And now when I subtract this, I have minus sign here. This sign will also change. That means x cube and x cube terms will cancel out. Are you understanding? Are you understanding, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So now here I have -3 and -1. Both the terms are like terms because both are in x square. So -3 and -1 is minus of 4. Okay, -4 x square. And I will drop down this -9 as we do in our normal divisions, right? Now to make this, I want 4x square here, but here I have just 1x. So that means now I will multiply this with minus 4x. And when I have minus 4x multiplied with x, I get minus 4x squared. And now minus 4x with plus 1 also it will multiply, and then I get minus 4x here. Okay, I hope you are understanding. And when I subtract it, then
Ma'am,
what
I got
happens? This
0
sign
as the
will become
answer.
plus, this will become plus. Yes.
Ma'am, I got 0 as the remainder.
Okay, very nice. So now when I have this negative and this positive, this term will be ruled out. Okay. So now I have minus 9 and plus 4. Minus 9 and plus 4 is minus 5x. And now I will take down this minus 5 here, as we do in normal divisions. Okay. And now I have I will multiply this with minus 5 here. So
Yes,
minus
ma'am.
5 into x will give me minus 5x. So I get minus 5x, and minus 5 into 1 will be minus 5. And when I subtract it, the signs will be changed. So this term is gone. This term is also gone. I get the remainder 0. Okay. So this shows me that the quotient, that means x square minus 4x minus 5 is a factor of this big polynomial. Is it? Is a factor of px?
Yes, ma'am.
ये तो
Yes.
हमें पता चल गया, लेकिन हमें अभी अपने फैक्टर्स तो नहीं मिले ना. We have got this equation in the quadratic form. हमें cubic से quadratic में मिल गया ये. Okay? Okay. Okay, so we have got this in quadratic form. So, but we want it in this form, linear form. Okay. So what do? We will do the midterm splitting method. Okay. So here we have now px is equal to, factors of px were x plus 1, which we had already
X
got
square
here.
1.
Okay, which we had already got. And the other one is in the quadratic form. Now we want to break this one. Okay. So the one which you have already got, you will not touch, you will just keep as it is. Okay, and now we will do the midterm splitting in this. Now what do you get here? Just think of two factors. When you multiply, you get 5, and when you add or subtract, when you add, you get minus 4. So that factor will be either 1 and minus 5.
5. Yes, ma'am.
Is it? When you multiply 1 with minus 5, you get minus 5. When you add them, 1 minus 4 gives you
Minus 4.
So I can write minus 4x plus x, that means 1x minus 5. Okay. And then I do the grouping. And here I see I can take out x common. I have x inside and 4 here. Here I cannot take anything common outside, so I just have 1 here. Okay, but this should be, what is this? This is 5, beta, not 4. This is, we have taken 1 and minus 5, no? This is 5. Okay, this is 5 here. So 1 minus, 1 is x minus 5 here, right? And here I can see in this term also I have x minus 5, here also have x minus 5. So I'll take the x minus 5 term out, and I'm left with x plus 1 here. Now can you see? I have 3 factors here, x plus 1, x minus 5, and x plus 1. Is it? Can you see
Yes,
now?
ma'am.
We have got the 3 factors. This is what we wanted because we are dealing with cubic equation. Okay. And we ought to have 3 factors. 3 factors नहीं होंगे तो हमारा question complete नहीं होगा. I hope you have understood this. Yes,
Yes,
children? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, have you all understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Okay, let's do another question of this type. There are 4 questions in this of the similar type. Okay. Let's do another one. 2y cube plus y square minus 2y minus 1. Okay. Let's do this. I can see that यहाँ पे कुछ similarities लग रही हैं, है ना? So I just take it into groups. इसको मैं groups में ऐसे डालती हूँ. If I take out y square, I have 2y inside plus 1 inside. And here, if I take out minus 1 out, I have 1 here. I'm left with 2y plus 1 here. So that means 2y plus 1. And here I have y square minus 1. Y square minus 1 means y square minus 1 square. 1 can be written as 1 square also.
Yes.
So that can be split into y plus 1 and y minus 1, is it? As you have the identity, no, a square minus b square. So you can write it as y plus 1 and y minus 1. Is it? Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
So this equation is done like this. Okay, so here we have 3 factors. Now let's see another one. This is x cube plus 13x square plus 32x plus 20. Now just check out whether can you do this equation like this as you did the previous one, this question. अगर ऐसा नहीं कर सकते, then you have to do the divide way, this way. Okay? Finding the factors of 20 first. यहाँ से if you take x square common out, you are left with x plus 13 inside. And from here, what can you take out common? These are both the factors of multiples of 2.
Ma'am, 4, right?
So even if you take out 4 outside, so you have here 4, 8 inside, 8x plus 5, is it? So 8x plus 5 here, and here you have x plus 13. So I don't think any similarity is there inside, is it? If you take out x
Yes, ma'am.
out, so you are
No,
left
ma'am.
with x plus 13. And here, even if you take out 4 outside, you have 8x plus 5 inside. So we cannot do anything with this part. Is it? So let's rule it out.
Ma'am, we have to use the division method, right?
Which method?
Ma'am, the long division method.
The division method. Okay. So in this case, what will we do? See, this is the last term. So now you take the factors of 20. First, find the factors of 20.
Ma'am,
Factors of
2,
20 are
2, 4, 5, 10.
so that is
20.
1 is also a factor. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. 1,
2,
2, 4,
4,
5,
5, and
10, 20.
then 20. And they all can be positive also. They all can be negative also.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so let's try one by one for each one of them. Okay, so I'm trying with, let's see if I try with +1. एक बार plus check करते हैं. Plus में तो देखिए मुझे नहीं लगता कुछ भी 0 आएगा because everything is
Ma'am,
getting
it's
added.
-1.
हाँ, because everything is getting added here. जब सब कुछ add ही होता रहेगा तो 0 कैसे आएगा, है ना? तो 0 नहीं हो सकता. So that means if I take x equals to -1, if I try with -1 and I write -1,
Ma'am, it's coming 0.
it's coming 0. That's nice.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, beta, let me try -1 plus 20. So here I have -1. This becomes positive. It's 13. This is -32. This is 20. Okay, so that is 20 plus 13 is 33. 33 minus 1 is 32. So 32 minus 32 is 0. Okay. So that means P of 1 is coming to be 0. That means P x equals to -1 is a factor. When x equals to -1 and I take this in this side, I get x plus 1 equals to 0. I can write this equation as like this. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
now I can say that x plus 1 is a factor of the polynomial equation. Px? Yes, because this x equals to -1 has given me 0 at the end as a remainder, is it? Okay. So x minus 1 is a factor of the polynomial Px, right? Now, how do I find the rest of the factors? To find the rest of the factors, I will divide this polynomial equation Px with x plus 1. I will divide it like this. Okay. So I have Px here, which is equal to x cube plus 13x square plus 32x plus 20. This is what it is given to me. This polynomial equation, the original one, the question one, this, right? And I divided with x plus 1.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's roll it up. Okay, now I want x cube here. So that means I will multiply this with x square. So I have x cube here and x square into 1 will be x square. Okay, subtract करेंगे तो minus sign, this is cancelled. 13 minus 1 is 12x square. Drop down 3x. This is 3x. So if I want plus, I will multiply this with 12x. Okay, so that becomes 12x square and 12x into 1 is 12x only. Again subtracting. So this term is cancelled. Now I have 3 minus 12. That is minus 9x plus 20. Oh, where is the third term?
Ma'am.
This is not this is 30.
Ma'am, it's not 3x, it's 32x. 32x.
It's 32x. Okay. So this is 32x. If I take this 32 here, so I get 32 minus 12 is 20. Okay. Minus 20x. Not minus. This is plus 20x. Okay. 32 minus 12 is 20x. So now when I write 20 here, I get this as 20x plus 20. Okay, again subtracting, this can be cancelled, this can be cancelled, I get my answer as 0. So that means this quadratic equation which I have got is a factor of this polynomial equation. Okay. Now if
Yes,
this is
ma'am.
a factor means, अगर हम इसको split करेंगे with the midterm splitting, so that should also be a factor. Is it? This is a factor of Px. अब हम मिड टर्म स्प्लिटिंग से इसके लीनियर फैक्टर्स निकाल लेंगे. ठीक है. सो व्हाट वर द इनिशियल फैक्टर्स वी हैव गॉट? दिस x plus 1 वी ऑलरेडी नो दिस इज अ फैक्टर. ओके, नाउ विद मिड टर्म स्प्लिटिंग हम इसके भी फैक्टर्स निकालेंगे, राइट? x plus 1 हियर, और इसके क्या फैक्टर्स ले सकते हैं हम? The product should be 20 and while adding you must get 12.
It's 10x plus 2x.
So they are all in positive, so we can take it 10x plus 2x. Yes, children? And when I group them like this, I can have x plus 1 as it is. From here, I can take out
Ma'am,
x out. X plus 5 is here. And here I can take out
Ma'am, x plus
out.
10, x plus 10. Ma'am,
Yes,
ma'am, it's not x plus 5, it's x plus 10 in first one.
x plus 10. Yes, it's x plus 10. Okay. Right, children? So x plus 1. And here I can see x plus 10 is here, x plus 10 is here. So I can take out x plus 10 out here. Inside I'm just left with x and plus 2. So that's x plus 2. So these are the three factors of this polynomial equation, cubic equation. Yes, children? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
I hope you all have understood this.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Okay, so please revise this, do practice of this exercise, and after this, we will be coming to algebraic identities. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so go through the identities also, just
Yes, ma'am.
read the identities, okay, and we'll understand it how to use them.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes,
thank
ma'am.
you for today.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Nice. Complete this exercise, okay? If you have any questions remaining in this, please do it. Okay, thank you,
Okay.
Shruti.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
ma'am.
Bye, beta.
Ma'am, I had a doubt.
Yes.
Ma'am, suppose in the textbook in number system, there was a question 1 by 7 is equal to this value, right? Find 2 by 7, 3 by 7. We're supposed to do 2 into 1 by 7's value, right?
2 into 1 by 7.
No, ma'am, 2 into 1 by 7's value, right?
किसका value है ये?
Ma'am, there was a question in number system.
हाँ.
1 by 7 is given a certain answer.
Okay.
They told without doing division, can you predict the answers for 2 by 7 and 3 by 7 and so on?
हाँ.
So we
हाँ.
have to do 2 into 1 by 7's value, right?
हाँ, 2 into 1 by 7. If you are given the value of 1 by 7, उसको 2 से multiply कर दो. That's it.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, beta.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Okay.
you, ma'am.
Thank you, बच्चे. Good night, everyone.
Good night, ma'am.